Hello, 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 gist lovers. Welcome back. Welcome back. It's your girl Octavia Cora. All right, so today from the thumbnail, you can see that we have two very interesting topics to discuss. So come on in, okay? And if you are new to this channel, please do not forget, okay, to hit that. New to this channel, okay, I'm just double checking my sound. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button, okay? Come on in. Okay, testing, testing, testing. So today we have two very interesting stories to talk about. Very, very interesting, okay? So come on in. Let us talk about this. If you are ready, I'm ready. Okay, so there's so much saga going on that we, the gist lovers, we cannot even keep up. Okay, we cannot even keep up with the stories that we have to put out there. Like you're preparing one story and another story is um coming up. So much saga in the world. This is unbelievable. Really, before I have to start this conversation, I have to grab me something to drink, okay? Mm. This is interesting. So we have two stories to talk about. We are going to talk about a married man that was stabbed to death by his side chick, okay? That is a story that has been trending for so long now. I really have been avoiding this story. Like, I really didn't want to even talk about it because I feel like it is just a whole mess. But the story just keeps giving. This is just a story that keeps giving. It's just taking so many turns that one can no longer ignore it. The other one is we have to talk about the story of a man, an actor that actually molested a young girl when she was about 12 years old or so. And he was arrested, and some celebrities backed her mom up by saying that he needs to go to jail, he needs to pay for his crime. And now the community of movie, whatever, their industry banned them. So the story is interesting. We're going to get into that story one at a time, okay? But I'm just here giving you the background. So, okay, so let me just explain for those people that may not understand. When you see my thumbnail, you have a clue that we're talking about two different stories. Or if you do not know, let me just explain what is on the thumbnail that you see, okay? So the photo that has three people, two female and a male in between them, that's the story of the actor, a man that molested a young girl. And then the two ladies you see there, they are some of the actresses that actually was so vexed, and they went online and they were condemning the act and so on and so forth. Okay, and now the committee that they're in, the committee of their actors, I'm going to read that to you people in short on in a while, in a few minutes time. And now they banned them. So let's just get into the story. Okay. All right. Hello, hello, elegant. How are you doing? How are you? How are you? Thank you for coming. Thank you so much. The story is just so interesting. I just it is sad. I'm smiling, or should I say I'm laughing? Not really laughing, but the story is so sad and so complicated. Let me just drop link. So okay, let me try to drop link. Okay, so I just dropped the link now. Elegant, you can jump on it if you want to, and any other person that come in to join us can also jump in because the stories are very interesting. We're going to talk about two different stories. One is about the movie industry, Nigerian movie industry, but the Nigerian movie industry, they have like different chapters and so on and so forth. So we are actually going to be talking about the Yoruba chapter, okay, of the Nigerian movie industry. There's actually a Yoruba actor that molested a girl that is 12 years old, and when her mom found out, a lot of people, the whole country, actually everybody was upset, talking about and condemning the act. Two of these actresses condemn the act, and just because they are part of, hello, triple unique family, how are you doing? It's been a while. How are you doing, triple unique? You are welcome to this stream. Today's gist is just hot, and I've dropped the link down there. Anybody can jump on it so we can talk about this. I need to hear people's point of view, hence I'm in here with StreamYard, so that can help us communicate better. Okay, a lot of people have opinions about this story. So, and the other is the story of a married man that was stabbed to death by his side chick. Okay, so these are the two stories that we're going to discuss today. Okay, Triple Unique said we are fine. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you. Yes, I am. I am good, Triple Unique. I'm good. We're working hard on this whitey street. We're working hard. We're doing our best to put out content. I've not actually dropped the content on this channel for I think few days now or up to a week. So I said I must jump in today, the ending of the month. All right. So I'm really thinking which of these stories should I even start from, because both stories is just complicated. It has so many turns and so on and so forth. Okay. All right, but we're going to start with the story of the man that molested um a young girl, and then he went to jail, and these actors and actresses were condemning the act, and then their crazy industry decided to ban them, and I call them really crazy. And that this man, his name is Jide Kosoko. Some of you might not know him, and he's an actor that everybody really likes. Okay, Triple Unique said you did well there. Thank you so much. Thank you, Triple Unique. Thank you, Triple Unique. Okay, so here I will just read some of the headlines out. Here it says Tampan bars directors from working with one of the actress name is Iyabo Ojo, and the other is Nkechi Blessing. And here it states that Tampan actually it sounds like tampon. It says Tampan revealed that the decision was made in the wake of recent allegation of disrespect from the actresses. Now they are trying to say that um, both actresses actually disrespected the tampan. And okay, so the full meaning of tampan is the Theater Art and Motion Pictures Practitioners Association of Nigeria. The name is so long, so that's Tampan. I'll take it one more time, okay? The Theater Arts and Motion Pictures Practitioners Association of Nigeria. That's Tampan, Tampan. Okay, so Tampan has barred both Nkechi Blessing and Iyabo Ojo, and at the same time, they state that both of them are not registered members of the Tampan Association. So I really do not understand what this ban is all about if they are not members of this. Now, okay, for some people are following this story, some other people are not. So I will really backtrack so everybody will understand what actually transpired before it got to this level that the association is actually banning two of their actresses from ever featuring in any movie in the Yoruba community or in Nigeria as in general. We will get to that, but let me just backtrack for those people that don't know the story. Okay, so there's this actor. His name is he's called Baba Ijesha. I think that's his set name or something. But he's known as Baba Ijesha in Nigeria. Okay, let me take a sip of my drink. Hmm. When the story is juicy, you have to have a drink to go with it. Okay, so this guy's name is Baba Ijesha, and he actually molested a child, a girl, a young girl that is allegedly, let me not say allegedly, okay, all of this is alleged because the case is in court and they're still on it, so we cannot say for sure as we were not there when it happened, so we just say allegedly, but if you know, you know. All right, so it is said that Baba Ijesha molested a girl that was 12 years old. When her the lady that takes care of this girl found out, when she was told about it, she said she could not even believe it because she too she's actually a comedian, and they're all in the same entertainment industry. She acts, she's just a multi-talented lady, and she works with lots of people. So she said she has worked with this man that is called Baba Ijesha also, so they are kind of close. She said when if there's any job or any work that they need to do and they need someone, extra talent, he's one of the first people that she will pick up her phone and call. So they were that close. He used to come to her house. He would spend time there. He would just stay, play with the kids and all that. So she said she would never think, and he's very down to earth, he's respectful, he's kind, he's well behaved and all that. So when the girl told her this, she said it was very difficult for her to believe. So she decided to call a company that install all these CCTV cameras to come to her house. And when they came, she explained to them what she wanted them to do. So they installed a camera in her sitting room. Okay. And then she invited the man. She picked up her phone and called him and said, there is a job on ground. I need you to come to my house so we can talk about it, so we know how we're going to execute the job. Okay. So he said, okay, no problem, I will be there. After which, in few hours, the man actually arrived, being the Baba Ijesha. He arrived at the lady's house. So he saw the guys that came to install the CCTV cameras in the lady's house, but he didn't know who they were anyway. She was about walking them out, and she said to him, oh, you please sit down, make yourself comfortable. Let me walk my guests out to the gate and I will come back so we can discuss why you are here. Okay, the reason why I called you. So he said, okay. So she left, everybody left the house, and he was left alone in a room with this young girl that he had, according to allegedly, molested few years ago. So you can see from the video that was later released, because after the whole thing happened, people didn't want to believe, doubting Thomas, people that will always doubt, never believes anything, were saying that she was lying. The girl also, the young girl, was also lying. So she was forced to release the video to, online on social media so everybody can see. Okay, so the video that was released online showed how he sat down next to to the young girl on the couch, and he started rubbing her legs, rubbing her thighs, and telling her to remove his shoes. And they were just talking, and he was touching her in a way that you shouldn't touch. And now, before he did that, he after the lady left with those people that she said she was escorting them out of the house and she was coming back, he stood up. Immediately the lady left, he stood up, closed the front door, and then went straight into the house. He went and checked the lady's kitchen. He went and checked all the rooms. You could see on the camera as he was checking the rooms, checking everywhere, just to make sure that no one is at home. Now, this young girl that was allegedly molested, she has brothers also. I don't know, 2 or 3 brothers. So there are other children in the house Also, she's not the only child in the house. So he wanted to just make sure that nobody was around so he can do what he wanted to do. Because I don't understand why somebody invited you to the person's house, the person is not there. Why are you standing up from the chair and checking all the rooms, all the kitchen, everywhere? Why are you invading somebody's privacy if you don't have ulterior motive? You get? So this man actually, after that happened, he came back, sat down, and said, he came back and he sat. I'm sorry, I was distracted by some. He came back and he sat down. That's when he started touching this small girl, this underage girl. Telling her to take off his shoes, rubbing on her thighs, touching her body, trying to grab her boobs, and things like, just certain things I can't even say here on YT, on YouTube. He was just touching her in a way that she shouldn't be touched. Nobody should touch an underage person. Even a grown up, you cannot touch like that. So all of that was caught on camera. Then the lady came in and started screaming that, oh, so you that I trust, I took you as a brother, a friend, we work together. Everything, if I have something, you ask for something, I give to you, and everything. This is what you do to my child and all that. So he started pleading. He went on his knees and he was pleading, begging the lady to please forgive him. The lady said, well, there's nothing I can do at this point. I have to call the authorities. They have to take the case over because this has to do with child molestation and all that. I cannot forgive you or anything. So she called the authorities. They came and they took him away. When they arrested him, now the country was divided. There were some people that were in the movie industry, that's like the Yoruba movie industry, that felt like the man is not being treated right. Then, on the other hand, there were other Yoruba actors and, in general, people from the country that felt like he deserved what he got and that he's guilty. Okay, so a lot of actresses and actors and just general people in entertainment industry were upset. People were condemning the act and saying what he did was very wrong and all that. So two of the people that were very outspoken about this thing is one, iyabo ojo. Iyabo ojo, she vowed she's going to do everything she can if she has to spend all the money that she has to make sure that this man goes to jail and never comes out, and then she would do it. And that if they ever release him, she will make sure that he is rearrested. She said a whole lot of things, but at a point, I think she felt like this Tampan, which is the association of the Yoruba Movie Industry Association, didn't do much when this whole case came out. So I guess that's the Iyabo Ojo and Nkechi Blessing, were actually saying, they were saying things, they were just talking and all that. So I think they felt insulted, and that's when this whole thing started. So now recently, I think it was the beginning of this week or so, or the weekend, they actually took the guy back to court, and they talked about the reason, like, okay, can they grant him bail? And I think it was for about 1 million naira, or how, something around that area. I don't know, somewhere 1 million naira or more, and it was paid for, and I think he was granted bail, but the case is still in court. Now, when that happened, this Iyabo Ojo and most people again were upset, and like this was not necessary, and they were, all talking. Now there's another Yoruba actor, I don't know if Fabo is something his name is. He's been so outspoken, saying that the way they are treating the Baba Ijesha, the man is not nice and all that, backing the man up. I really don't understand why even the man, because if he was not guilty of anything, why was he asking for the lady to forgive him when he was caught in the act? And okay, if they're saying he's not guilty for the child molestation, why was he even touching the child like that? That a young girl. Why was he touching her like that in her own mother's house when her mother is not around? Why did he first go into the rooms to check all the rooms to make sure that the rooms are empty before he started doing that nonsense? Because if you're not afraid of something, you can do that thing in public, you can do it anywhere. This is just my own opinion. Feel free to comment, okay? All right. So after that happened, that was what now after they released him on bail, that was when these two actresses started talking, and both um According to them, they said they felt insulted from what I had read to you people here, that Tampan bars directors from working with Iyabo Ojo and Nkechi Blessing. Okay, as Tampan revealed that the decision was made in the wake of recent allegation of disrespect from the actresses. So now they are saying that these actresses are disrespecting the association and they're not going to tolerate that. Okay, so the Association of the Theatre Art and Motion Picture Practitioners Association of Nigeria, tampan, has barred its registered director from hiring or working with actresses Iyabo Ojo and Nkechi Blessing, both of them. Okay, so that's what that story is all about. Okay, and this is what they posted. I will just read some of it. It's a very long story. I'll just read some of it to you. Okay, so here it says the attention of the board of trustees of tampan and elders of the motion picture industry, especially of the Yoruba sector, have been drawn to the malicious damage being done to our sector by some individuals that lack any iota of discipline and seeming to feel to be above the law. Okay, as you may be aware, certain unpleasant things have happened lately that has dragged the name of our association tampon in particular, and that has dragged the name of our association tampon in particular and the industry in general in the mud, which is totally which which in totally are against what we stand for as individuals and as a group of professionals. Now I really do not understand what these people are saying, because here they are saying that some things has actually happened that drug the name of the association and the industry in the mud, which is what they do not stand for. But at the same time, they are banning two female actresses that spoke out about it and condemned the association for not doing much and not saying much concerning this the same problem that happened. This is just like two-faced. This is just like, I don't know, this is just messed up. Okay, so let me just keep on reading. Okay, so they said, which is against what we stand for as individuals and as a group of professionals. We particularly observe the continuous derogatory statement made by Iyabo Ojo against the association and the industry as a whole. Please, now Iyabo Ojo, for those of you that do not know, is the name of one of the actresses that is banned from the whole thing now. Okay, so and they went further and they said, please note that we are not against her stand on the issue of alleged rape or sexual assault, as the case may be, which the association and individuals have equally condemned at one time or the other, as we believe only persons without conscience will support rape or sexual assault in any form. However, Iyabo Ojo's recklessness, however, Iyabo Ojo's reckless accusation, abuses, and embarrassment of our sector is also totally condemned. Unfortunately, Nkechi Blessing has also joined in the this is just the ignorable trade against the association and by extension the industry, and we say enough is enough. As pioneers of the noble industry, if we fold our arms and allow the continuous blackmail that send negative signal across the world to go unchecked, the current situation that had impact on our integrity will continue to grow to a detriment of a humble. They just said a whole lot of things here that if you ask me, it doesn't really make sense, and I'm just going to stop there. I'm not even going to read more. Let me see if there's anything else I have to read here. Okay. All right. It's just so much brouhaha they're saying that doesn't make sense. I'm not even going to bother reading all of those. Okay. So this is the statement, part of the statement that the association, the Tampan Association released. Okay, so after they released this statement, after they released this statement, a video surfaced and it showed them like having a meeting, the elders, according to them, as they use the word elders. Okay, so the elders of the association, they were all having meetings, and the meeting was being led by another Yoruba actor called Jide Kosoko. Now, this man, Jide Kosoko, is someone that has been in the Nigerian movie industry for so many years. He's a good actor. He's very talented. He has so many movies that he's featured in. I can even name some of them, which you can actually go check out. Okay, let me just take a break. Let me stop talking and sip my drink. Hmm. Okay, back to what we were talking about. Thank you so much for being here, Elegant. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. Okay, so when okay, I was talking about Jide Kosoko. He's an actor that has been in the industry for so many years. As I explained from my thumbnail, if you're looking at my thumbnail, you can see a photo. The first photo that you see is a photo of three people. Okay, two female and a male in between them. That man in between them, his name is Jide Kosoko. He's the one we're talking about right now, not the other man on suit, because the other one is the one that is dead. Okay, so the Jide Kosoko is someone that is liked by so many Nigerians because he's a very good actor, he's talented, he's funny. Watching his movies, you're just going to laugh so much because the way he expresses himself, the way he reacts to things. He's just a very good actor, loved by all. Now, coming out to see this interview that just surfaced, this I say interview, this meeting that they held when they were addressing Iyabo Ojo and Nkechi Blessing, seeing the way he spoke really made me to just feel like nah. I lost every iota of respect I have for this man. Like I at this point I have no respect for that man. I cannot even believe this. Now I can understand if they are saying that Iyabo Ojo and Nkechi Blessing actually insulted the association and they are demanding for apologies, or they don't want, at this point they've been talking too much, so they really don't need an apology, but they are going to be punished for insulting the association. That is understandable, okay? Because when you belong to a group of people or an association or whatever the case may be, you cannot break, they have rules, right? So you cannot go against any of the rules, and if you do so, you are either fined, you have to pay a fee, or you are asked to, you're suspended or you're banned. Like this case, they are now banned from ever taking part in anything. But from the beginning, they are not even registered members of this association. So really banning them, I don't get it. And from a video that surfaced that Iyabo Ojo did, I guess after she saw this whole statement that was released by the association, um, she talked about how she's not a member of that tampon association, but that she was asked to register, she was asked to pay fees, or she said she did something of sort. From what she was explaining, she did everything she needed to do, but she's really not a member of the association, but she has been paying her dues and everything. And she said she did all of the paying of dues because of some respected people in the industry that she knows, and that the people asked her to do so. So she did, but that she's not even interested in being part of that association. Okay. But I've not heard. Okay, Nkechi Blessing tweeted something where she said nobody is going to take away my voice, and the same as Iyabo just said, nobody is going to silence me. So the both of them are saying that it seems like the association, they are insinuating, not saying, they're insinuating that it seems like the association is trying to shut them down concerning this sexual assault case, concerning this rape case. And now I do not understand why the association is not so vocal about condemning the man who is Baba Ijesha, that is alleged to have molested that 12 years old girl. Okay. He is part of the association. He's the one that dragged the name of the this into the mud. He's the one that gave the Nollywood industry right now a bad name. Okay, that everybody's looking at them like, what the heck? So how many people are like you in there, that go that molest children or take advantage of vulnerable women and things like that. Okay, so they are not so outspoken condemning what he has done, although their statements, what I read to you people here, you can hear what they said. It's only someone that is not normal, is only a bad person that will not condemn a sexual assault case or a rape case. That doesn't say anything. If this man belongs to your so-called association, why don't you come out the way you just held a meeting now to ban two actresses? Sometimes I don't understand what is wrong with Nollywood or Nigeria in general. Like, it seems like when women are rising up, it's not even only Nigeria or Africa, it's even the world. Sometimes when women are rising up, there's so many men sitting somewhere looking for ways to suppress those women, press them down so they don't come up to be great. Because I don't know, probably most men are afraid that if they give women the chance, women are going to overtake them or something, or women are going to be more powerful than them. I just don't get it. This doesn't make sense. Whichever way you try to look at this does not make sense. Okay. All right. So that being said, when Jide Kosoko, which is the actor that led that meeting, when he read and talked about how Nkechi Blessing and Ojo Iyabo have been banned from participating in anything concerning the Yoruba movie industry, and that they are even going to stretch it beyond the Yoruba industry. They are going to stretch it to Nollywood in general. And he said they're going to frustrate them. They're going to, and I'm asking, why do you want to? You ban them from the Yoruba movie industry. Now you're saying you're going to stretch it. You people are going to push buttons. You people are going to speak to other people outside the Yoruba movie industry, not to work with these two. What? Because they stood against something that is wrong? Because they spoke their mind? Are we not in the world that we practice democracy and people are allowed to speak what they think, what they feel? Everybody must not be on your side. Okay, if you decide that you want to support the man, Baba Ijesha, that is alleged to have assaulted this underage girl, please do so. The other Fabo, whatever his name is, that crazy one that is talking out of point all the time, like he's just sounding like he's also another rapist. I don't know. He's just crazy, talking nonsense, backing up this guy. Allow the court, the court to do their job. Okay, let them investigate and find out if he's guilty or not. But if you want to back up this man, do so. Nobody's stopping you. But trying to shut these women down because they decide, first of all, I know that Iyabo Ojo is a mom. I don't know. I think, of course, Nkechi Blessing too should be a mom. Or even though they're not moms, they have like sisters or brothers that have kids. Okay, they have cousins, nephews, nieces, just young female or even young male in their home. So seeing somebody doing something like this to someone else's child and you don't speak up, tomorrow it might be your own child. So I really understand where both of them are coming from, where these two ladies are coming from. But to see that this association, this so-called association, Tampan Association, just came out and did this, not even finding and telling them, okay, you have to pay some money because you insulted us. You're telling them that you're banning them from acting in the Yoruba movie industry. Now, that's another very big industry in Nigeria, okay? So when you talk about the Yoruba movie industry, it's a big movie industry. And now you're banning the two of them from the Yoruba industry. And Jide Kosoko had the right to sit there in between those old, haggard-looking men to say, we're going to extend it, we're going to extend this, and we're going to frustrate them, we're going to blacklist them, we're going to this, we're going to that. They will never act, they will never take part in anything in this industry. They feel like they are double. Like, why are you saying as an actor to another actor that you're going to frustrate that person out of the industry? You're going to blacklist them. They will never be featured in any movie. No director, no producer, no market, nobody is going to work with them. What is all that for? Ban them from the Yoruba movie industry. Allow them to participate in any other industry that is there, the general one or the one in the east or the one in the in the south, anywhere. if any director deem it fit to work with them because they feel like they both didn't do anything wrong, let that director be allowed to do so. Don't go and start saying bad things about them or threatening directors and producers that if they work with these two, you people will never work with them, or you're going to blacklist them. Or also, this is the problem with people. When someone is trying to rise, a lot of people will just pop up from nowhere to suppress them down. And I see no reason why all of this should be happening, because it is not necessary at the end of the day. It is not necessary. And as for Jide Kosoko, I just hope that his children, his wife, his brothers, his family members, or whoever that is related to him can actually tell him, or even though you're not related to him, you're in the movie industry, speak to him, or you're in the entertainment industry and you know Jide Kosoko, speak to him, because what that man said was absolutely wrong. I don't even care about what Iyabo Ojo or Nkechi Blessing said. Whatever they said, you cannot say something like that, like as if you had them in mind before now, as if you've been looking for an opportunity for them to do something, just small mistake that they will make, so you can nail them to the wall, so you have something to mock them and laugh at them with. That's just what I see in this case. For him to say you're going to frustrate another act, it's just amazing. I know that maybe Hollywood, Bollywood, Gollywood, and all the other woods in the world, movie industry, they do probably the same thing. They ban people, they blacklist people. But I don't think they're really going to come out on social, like put a content out, a video out there on social media with someone that is sounding so bitter. They will, I'm just thinking that they will leave it in a professional level, or that's how I think it should be. Okay, they've been banned, you stated the reason why they have been banned, so be it. But going further to say you're going to frustrate them, do you know what it means to frustrate someone? If both of them, this is their talent, they have talent, they love what they do, they love their job, you're going to frustrate them. Do you know what that can lead to? That can lead to so many other things. They are fighting for a good cause. If the man is innocent, he will be vindicated, and then they will be the one owing the Baba Ijesha an apology. But if the man is not um innocent, then he will go to jail and serve his time for what he did, because it is wrong if he is guilty. So let them say what they want to say. That is between them, the man, and God. It has nothing to do with you people taking this whole thing as we've been insulted. We've been insulted. People get insulted all the time. And you can say why you people insulted us. We demand for an apology. And they are going to apologize, knowing fully well that you all work in the same Yoruba movie industry. Okay, I just can go on and on and on and on talking about this because it is just so annoying. The way Jide Kosoko spoke, I just didn't like it at all. And being that this so-called association has not been so outspoken about the evil act that was perpetrated by that man, and now they condemn women, it's just two-faced, if you ask me. Okay, that being said, now we're just going to move on to the other story of the married man that was stabbed to death by his side chick, right? Okay, so quick backstory. Recently, this month of June, a man was stabbed to death in his hotel room, apartment, rented Airbnb or something of sort, you know, a place where he was chilling with his side chick. Okay, so this man is married. He's a TV personality. He is said that his wife is a very wealthy lady. She works with, I think, oil companies or politicians or things like that. She's beautiful and smart, I would guess. Okay, so when the story came out that this man was actually dead, people were like, "What? He stabbed to death? Like, come on, what's going on?" And then was it few days later, a few weeks later, a photo of the girl that you see on my thumbnail there with the ponytail hair, sitting down, looking all innocent, quiet, churchos. Yes, that girl. She's the one that stabbed the man to death that you see there on the screen. Okay. So this man and this girl, according to what the girl narrated, because the man is dead, so he cannot tell his own side of the story. According to what the girl narrated when she was arrested, was that she has been seeing this man for about 3 to 4 months now. And oh, let me have some drink. I'm talking so much. So she said she's been seeing this man for a while now, about 3 to 4 months. And on that day, he called her and said they should hang out. And from a CCTV video that was actually shared on social media, it showed the both of them at a bar or a restaurant where they were eating and just drinking and sitting there having a good time. You know, she was dressed up looking all good, all nice. And after they finish, you can see on the CCTV video as both of them left together and they went to this rented apartment. Okay. So this apartment has like a room and a kitchen is kind of joined to it. That's also from the video that was released also, I think, by the police or the TV channel that did the interview. I do not know which one. Okay. So she said that after they left from the restaurant where they were eating, they went back to this apartment and the man wanted to get down with her and that she didn't want it. Okay. But, anyways, he still did it. Okay. Like almost forced himself on her and did it. And she was like, okay, anyway, no problem. Let me let it go. Let me let it happen. So, after he did it with her the first time, then he ordered for drugs. So they started smoking weed and SK and all those other things that people take. They were getting high. And she said after they got high, he wanted to go for a second round. And at that point, she said no. And according to her, he hit her. When he hit her, that's when she took the knife and then she stabbed him the first time. And he was staggering and still coming towards her. And then she stabbed him again. Okay. So when she was explaining all of this, I was just thinking to myself, looking at her and looking at the man, you can see that she is a smaller person compared to him. And he is also a guy, he's a man. A lot of men do have strong bones. I'm not saying all of them, not all of them are strong, but I'm just saying a lot of men do have strong bones that they can easily overpower a woman. So I don't really understand what she's saying. I feel like there's more to this story, what she's explaining, that I wish that the man was still alive. He didn't die, so he could explain it, because so many things, it's almost like she's trying not to get herself in trouble. Anyways, so she said she stabbed him again, and he started bleeding and fell down, and she took some of his things and she left. Okay, so she withdrew money from his account. She was with his phone when she was arrested. It is said that a bloody cloth was found in her apartment. His iPhone was found with her, and just things that belong to the man. And about I don't know, 300 and something. Some people are saying 300, some people are saying 3 million was found in her account, but they're just saying that the money that was found in her account. And as a student, she's a mass communication student, University of Lagos, I think. So as a student, people were feeling like the money that was in her account is just too huge to be for like a student that doesn't really have a job, like, a regular job that you do that gives you money and you have so much money in your account. But she explained that before anything, like before she stabbed him, when he was asking to go down with her the second round, when she said no, he told her that she can take his ATM and go withdraw money, buy anything she wants and all that, just in a way to please her so she can let him in. So Now he's no longer alive. We do not know if she stabbed him to death and took his ATM by force. But if that is the case, how did she get his PIN, the ATM PIN? There's one thing is to take someone's card, another thing is to get the person to tell you what the correct PIN is so you can use it, right? So we still do not know, okay? So after this is said, now this girl is 21 years old and this man is in his 50s and he is married. So now social media is kind of divided. Some people are upset. People are upset saying that how is it that you are married? That's one. You decided to cheat on your wife. You went for a 21 years old, a girl that is old enough to be your daughter. And that's not even the worst part. You sat down in a hotel or in a rented apartment or whatever that place is, and you were doing drugs, smoking, and getting high with a child that is old enough, with a girl that is old enough to be your own child. Now the man is just wrong on all level, and he got what this was actually he got what was coming. Like this was actually like he deserved it. Some people are saying that. On the other hand, some people are saying, for a married man to go out, step out on their partner, on their wives, that doesn't give you the reason to actually take his life just because he's cheating on his wife, that it is not a right to take his life. Okay, but I feel like the story is just not making a whole lot of sense, because first of all, if you've known him for, let's say, 3 to 4 months. Another part of the story, sometimes when story comes out, people try to add their own bits and pieces, so we don't even know at this point which one is exactly what she said and what she didn't say. Some people are saying she said that he wasn't taking good care of her, like he wasn't really spending for her, doing things for her. Okay, so she just wasn't so interested in this guy. Okay, that being said, the thing is, if my question is, if this man was not taking good care of you or spending money on you the way you would have, the way you wanted, okay, the way you really would have loved to, being taken care of by a married man that you're dating, why didn't you break up with him and just move on? Because if you had left him, then it wouldn't have gotten to this level now that you have to kill him. And now we don't know, you might spend the rest of your life in jail. You might serve most of your young life in jail. You just messed up your life. You just killed someone. So you should have left him if he wasn't taking care of you. That's one. Two, when you decided you're not leaving, you're just going to stick around with him because of the small change you get. When you went to the restaurant and you people were eating, from the video, your body language and his body language, it showed that everything was okay. There was no problem. You people didn't look like you were arguing about anything. There was no fuss between you two. You were drinking, he was drinking, you were eating, he was eating. You people were just so relaxed. You looked happy, you looked comfortable, like people that are having fun. After eating, when he said, "Come, follow me to my rented apartment," since you've been with him for 3 or 4 months, then I think you should know, because that's like one of the places that he might have taken you to, right? So you should have known that this is something that is going to happen, because probably when he takes you to places like that, or if be it a hotel or that rented apartment, BNP or whatever it is, that he is going to ask to get down with you. Why didn't you just finish eating and everything, say thank you to him, take the next available taxi, and go back home, and let him go cool off wherever he wants to cool off, or go look for his wife to cool off, whatever he wants to do? You decided to follow him to that place, knowing fully well that most people, though it's crazy, but most people, when you follow them into their houses, that what's the next thing? That's what it is. And be it that they've been drinking, if it's someone that is still in their normal senses, they will understand. But be it that being that they've been drinking, both of you've been drinking and getting high, smoking things, what made you think that he wasn't going to ask for that? What made you think that he wasn't going to ask for sex? Of course, it was obvious that he was going to ask for sex, and you knew that you didn't want to give. You were not in the mood. You shouldn't have followed him there. That is one. Two, when he came to you in the room and he did that the first time to you, that you said you didn't want, but he almost forced himself on you, or he forced himself on you, and you just said you should let it just happen anyway. After you let it happen, why didn't you, being upset that okay, you were not in the mood, you didn't want this, but he did it anyway? Shouldn't you just dress up, take your bag, grab your money, since you're his side chick? What are you there for? Money and to be taken care of, right? Grab your money from him and leave there immediately because you are upset, and maybe never see him again. Delete his number, block him, do whatever. But you still stayed there, waited for him to order drinks, and then other drinks and drugs and those things, and then you people got high, and you were thinking that when he gets high he's not going to ask you that he for something. It is just not making sense. Yes, you are 21 years old, we understand that you're still young, but you should understand that when you choose to tow certain parts, then you have to grow up fast, you have to be smart. So most of the explanation she's giving doesn't really make sense. And after, why did you take his phone after you stabbed him? Why didn't you call for help? Is it that you knew that he was dead already and you took his phone, you took the card? And even though he gave you that card to go collect money from his account when he was still alive, when he thought you were going to give him second round, and then now you have stabbed him to death, why did you still go to withdraw money from his account to put in your account? That made you look heartless. It made you look like this is premeditated, like you had it in mind to punish him for not taking care of you, or not giving you so much money, or not buying you lots of gifts, presents, all these things that you wished you had, you know. On the other hand, some people are arguing that she's from a broken home, her parents are separated, so she really didn't get so much love and care and attention. And I feel like that's not the reason why somebody should decide to go, to toe this path. If you decide that you want to be a runs girl, you want to be somebody's side chick, then be smart. Why don't you pick somebody that is going to give you everything that you need, those things that you're looking for, so you don't have to go out to the extent that you start having grudges for someone because the person is not taking care of you. Now the worst part of it is that she has messed up her life. And even if she was defending herself because he wanted to force himself again the second time, which is very possible, it is very possible that he was trying to do that and she tried to defend herself. Now he's not even here to explain himself. How do you get the court to believe you that what you are saying is the truth and nothing but the truth? Because now it's only one side of the story that everybody's getting. Nobody can get his own part of the story because he cannot speak anymore. He is dead. Why, after the first stabbing, you didn't just run away? You didn't need to even stab him in places where it could lead to death. There were so many things you could have done just to weaken him so he can fall down, he cannot move with his legs, and then you run away. You choose to keep going, and using knife to stab someone to death it is not easy. Okay, it is not easy. It has to be someone with a very kind of heart that is, I don't know, that can do something like that. So for you to even be at 21 and you can carry this out comfortably, and on your interview, when I watched that interview, you didn't even look, this girl did not even look like someone that just killed someone. She was speaking so calm, quiet, collected. You collected. She was like calculating the words she was saying because there were so many people asking her so many questions. She was, you know, parsing, like almost like she's thinking what to say. Let me not say this. Let me not say that so I don't get in trouble. And things like that. And after you did something like this that is so heinous, you went home, you went to your house, you didn't even bother to call for help or call anybody. If there were no cameras or nobody could have linked you to him, probably nobody would have known who killed him. And on the other hand, this should actually sound as a note of lesson for men that can now stay in one place. They just can't. You have a wife. This man, if you see his wife, I didn't even include her photo in the this guy. I just felt it was not necessary putting his wife's face here. you know his wife is beautiful, she looks classy, she looks stylish, she just looks good. And look, the side chick he went to, a small child. And now look how he ended himself. People should just learn to sit in one place. When you decide you want to get married, you choose the woman you want. Nobody is forcing any woman on you. You chose who you want to get married to as a man. Why not stick to that particular person and just stay right there? Jumping around and doing all these things can lead to death and so many other things. I just hope a lot of people will learn from this story, be it young ladies, be it young men. If you decide you want to be a runs girl, you want to be a call girl, you want to be on the highway, be careful what you do. Watch the kind of people you hang around. If it's money that is your target, then why don't you follow the ones that have money so you can get the money and just move on instead of arguing? You want to do, you don't want to do this, you don't want to do that. That is a give and take business. Why do you get into such business if you know you are not willing to give but you are willing to receive? You cannot just be receiving. There's no way he's going to go to work from 9 to 5, make all the money. Instead of him to spend it on his wife and children, he came to you, and then you think he's going to spend all that money on you, and he's not going to get anything in return. What are you thinking? You cannot say, I went there, I'm not feeling it, I'm not in the mood. You went there, you're not in the mood. You shouldn't have even left your house in the first place, because you should know, why is a married man calling you to go hang out with him? He has a wife that he can go hang out with, but he chose you, the side chick, to go hang out. Of course, he's looking for just one thing. He want to eat another type of food that day. So if you know you're not ready to serve that food, then stay in your home. Now look what you have done to your own very young life at 21. This is just, it's just bad for everybody, not only the man, that his wife, I feel sorry for his wife. I feel if he has children, I feel sorry for the children. There was even a story that came up that people were even trying to link his wife to his death. People are saying his wife, allegedly, that his wife caused the death because she found out he's cheating, and then she got the uncle of this girl to actually put this girl in his path, just so she can catch him red-handed and she can, divorce him and get everything. And then this led to the man's death. And now, after the girl killed the man, the girl actually called her and told her, that she knew that her husband was dead even before she called the police to report him missing. Okay, so now there's just so many things going on. The embarrassment he has brought to his family, his own parents, his siblings, like they will all be seen as that's the family of the man that was stabbed to death in the hotel by his side chick. Like, who wants to be recognized as a family that something like that happened to? But people do not think before they do this thing. And she now, same thing, her own family. People gonna look, that's the family of the murderer. That's the parents. Those are the people that gave birth to the child that took someone's life. People should mind what they do. People should mind what they say. People should mind how they mingle with people. You know, it just doesn't make sense in any way. It doesn't make sense, man. Just feel free to drop your own comments in the comment section if you're watching the replay of this. Okay, I just thought I should come in here and talk about both stories, because I don't even want to even run them as personal. This is where I have to go do a lot of research and so much, go try to get all the details and everything. I just wanted to come in here and just discuss it, okay, on a stream, and that's just going to be it. But I just don't understand what is going on. And on the other hand too, why is it that young people just love to get high on different things these days? Like, what is really the problem? What is the problem? Why do people want to take things that will make them feel crazy? Because I feel like, take it or leave it, those things that they smoked that day actually contributed to what happened later on. Because if she was not high and he was not also high, they wouldn't have made some of the wrong decisions that they made. Maybe she wouldn't have thought of the first thing to do to go and pick up a knife to use. Because at first, when the whole story came out, I was thinking, who takes a knife to a hotel? Like, Who goes out of the house? Somebody saying, let's go hang out. And some of the things you take as a woman, instead of your makeup purse and all that, you go and you take a knife and put a knife in your bag and take it to a hotel. And how do you even pass the hotel with the search and all those things with a knife? I was like, this doesn't make sense. But when the other video later on, they released the other video that showed the place, the apartment where the whole thing happened. And I felt like, oh, this does make sense because in the video you can hear them saying the kitchen is connected to the room and everything is kind of connected together as they were showing it. So if they have kitchen, then one of those things they will have is maybe few things that people can, you can make like coffee, you can slice bread or cheese or slice something. At least they will just put some kitchen things, something that people that are maybe sleeping over can make use of to make quick breakfast, and things like that. So it does make sense if that's what that apartment is for. People rent it for just short time or to just spend time, relax away from home. That if he has a kitchen, then of course there should be knife, spoon, plates, fork, and all that. So that does make sense that that's where she would have gotten the knife from. That she probably did not bring the knife, you know and another thing that struck me also while I watched that video is this whole thing is still under investigation. And but at the same time, they have video showing the scene where the whole thing happened, which I think that is wrong. They're not supposed to show that until the case is over. That's when that video of the apartment, and they pointed to a corner where you can see pool of blood, although they blurred it out, but yeah, you can understand what was there. So probably that's where the man was laying down when he passed on, when he died. So I was wondering, why is that apartment not sealed off? Why is it still open? Because now even if they want to go in, maybe she was not alone, if she was with someone, if she was working with someone and all that, everything there would have been contaminated at this point. Okay, so how do you even go to get DNA? How do you even go to get evidence and let the investigators do their proper job? It just doesn't make sense. So many mistakes has already been made at this point, and she, knowing where she's going to court, when she granted interview, and she talked, I felt like she even talked too much. She said too many things because her case is still yet to go to court, and you are saying so many things already that if they investigate and they catch you in a lie, there is a video there to prove that this is what you said. Then will you be able to remember everything you said on that interview if that's really the truth? Well, if it's the truth, if she's telling the truth, then I guess she will be able to remember it when her case, by the time they prepare the case and everything and takes it to court, she might remember to tell the story exactly the way it happened if she's telling the truth. But if she's lying and trying to cover for herself, then I felt like she talked too much already on that interview. Both of them, in fact, this is just, nobody won really. On this story, nobody won. Nobody. Yes, the man is dead. She's still alive, but she too didn't win because she's just 21 years old. She's just 21 years old, and she had a whole life in front of her. She had her whole life to go on and become something big, something good, for the society. And this is it. Life imprisonment, maybe, and they will never hear from you. It is just horrible and sad. And for this man to leave his wife and go and focus on a young person as such, I don't even understand. This whole thing is just not necessary. Anyway, if we keep analyzing the story, we will keep analyzing, we will keep going on and on and on and on and on. All right. So that brings me to the end of this story. Okay. I just wanted to come in here and just have a conversation because this story just keeps taking different angle, different turns, and all that. Both of the stories that we talked about here, there's just so much to learn from. Okay, if you have children, you have young children, there is nothing like, I trust this person, I trust this man, I trust this woman, I'm going to leave my children with this person will never hurt my child, this person will never. You do not know, because they don't write it on people's faces that, this one is a child molester, this one is a killer, this one is this one is that. Protect your children, be it female or male. And there's another that people like, he's a boy, let him go out, let him play. Listen, listen, there are people that will also, they can penetrate those boys from some other holes they have on their body. So protect your male children also. Protect your female children. When you notice a child is acting in a strange way, check the child. So many, you see so many things happening that people like, I didn't know. So many years you didn't tell me. Most of these children are traumatized. They've been threatened. If you tell anyone, we're going to kill you, we're going to kill your family, we're going to kill your mommy, kill your daddy. And a whole lot of children, when they are young, when they hear that I'm doing this to your mommy, or do this, they don't want their mommy or their daddy to be hurt. They don't want their parents to be hurt. So they will keep everything bottled up inside, and that person will keep on molesting them and assaulting them, and they won't be able to tell anyone, and that might end up damaging them or pushing them to go to become suicidal, or even taking their life, or doing these type of things that they shouldn't be doing. And as for the young ladies and women in general, decide on what you want to do. If you decide that this side chick part is the part that you want to follow, then play the game nice, play clean, play smart. That's all I can say, because that's not, even if somebody says, people should stop doing things like this, men should not cheat, men will keep cheating, they're not going to stop cheating on their wives, they're going to keep cheating, they will never stop until the world is going to end. They will never stop. Another generation will start, they will still continue from where they stop. So, you know, so that's not even the thing, but people should be wise. Men, listen. If a woman says no, that no is no. If a woman is saying, I do not want, I don't feel like it, I'm not in the mood, leave her alone. Because if you're cheating in the first place already, what is the problem? If that one side chick says she doesn't want, go look for another side chick, because you're doing it already, right? So why force yourself on someone that will lead to somebody stabbing you to death? And if you have children, what, your children going to grow up, or if they are grown, they're just going to be known as the children of the man that was stabbed to death in a hotel by a side chick? People should be wise. I just hope people learn from these stories. I hope that people can take one or two things from this story that we shared today. Okay, people will say, you people like to talk about story, you people like to spread bad and sad news and bad news and all that, you people talk about other people. Well, yeah, we talk about people, but there are things that you can learn from hearing the story that is being told. Okay, one or two things you can learn from. Okay, somebody out there can learn from. Anyway, that brings me to the end of today's conversation. See you all tomorrow. Okay. So I say thank you very much, Elegant. Thank you so much. Thank you, Triple Unique. We had people that jumped in and out that didn't say hello, so I can see our names here. So I say thank you very much for joining me. Okay. Okay, thank you so much. Yes, have a lovely day. Thank you so much, Elegant. You showed up my premiere. You were there when I was streaming on my other channel also, and you were also able to catch up this one. Thank you so much. Thank you. God bless you. God bless you. I'm grateful. Are you also going live today, Elegant? Let me know. Okay, let me type it. Ah. There's just so many stories to cover. Oh, okay. All right. So I say thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. God bless you. Till next time, when we have trending gist, or we have something very important to just sit down and talk about, we are going to do so. Okay. Oh, wow. Wow, that is good. You did. Ooh, that's great. Congratulations. It is not easy. Ah, wow. You really, really tried. Congratulations. A big congratulations to you. Wow, that's good. That's good. Yes. Let the 7 days come so you can apply and finish with that. That's good. That's good. That's a good one. Wow. Wow. Big congratulations. It's not easy. Hitting that 4,000 watcher it's not easy, but yeah, you did it. Congratulations. I'm happy for you. This is good news. It's good. Wow. 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 All right, so we're going to call it a day now. Tomorrow, see you people tomorrow, God willing. Okay, we will see how we will make it happen. Okay, month of July, we're running 2 channels. We're streaming. We're doing all we can. So let's keep it moving. Okay, so we're going to be streaming on both channels if we can, as long as StreamYard lets us stream with. I use their app on this one because I have less than 1,000 subscribers on this channel. So yeah, okay. All right. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.